Vrinodaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Very well.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're all having a nice Monday. Let's just we do the Mangala Charan prayers or the Premdhwani first, Prabhu.
Pavan Prabhuji.
Oh, morning. Which one first? Okay.
Mangala then prayers, Mataji, and then.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna, Jai Ved Mataji, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, and please accept my humble obeisances and my pranam. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Would you be kind enough to read the Mangala Charan prayers?
Yes, yeah, okay. Or another devotee wants to do it. I did it last week. I don't mind, whatever. If you want me to, I can do it now.
Would anyone else like to do it? Maybe Pavan Prabhu?
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
I can do Prem Dhwani, Mataji, this time if you want me to.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Carry on, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. अज्ञानान्तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपादकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजतं सहगना रघुनाथ वितं तं स जीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजाना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादं सह गणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदेव गौर भक्तवृंदा।
This one.
हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतम तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Pavan Prabhu. That's very beautifully read. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Apologies if I made mistakes. Thank you so much for the
Lovely.
opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. And then Javed Mataji, if you can just do the Brahmthani prayers.
Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you. I don't do this enough, so if I make any mistakes, please forgive me. Thank you. Jaya Nitya Leela Pravishtha Om Vishnu Pada Paramhamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnu Pad Parhamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Naam Acharya Haridas Thakur Ki
Jai.
Jai.
ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की
Jai.
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
Jai.
वृंदावन धाम की
Jai.
मथुरा धाम की
Jai.
नवद्वीप धाम की
Jai.
Jai.
जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की
Jai.
गंगा मैया की
Jai.
Jai.
यमुना मैया की
Jai.
तुलसी देवी की
Jai.
भक्ति देवी की
Jai.
संकीर्तन यज्ञ की
Jai.
बृहद मृतांग की
Jai.
समवेत भक्त वृंद की
Jai.
गौर प्रेमानंद
Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
all glories to the assembled devotees
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
all glories to the assembled devotees
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
This is very lovely and it's really nice to recite it. Thank you very much, Javed Mataji. It's so Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. So, the next quality that we're going to be looking at of the Lord. So, last time we discussed all cognizant, and today we're on the 53rd quality, which is ever fresh.
I think
So
next
Krishna,
quality, Mataji.
sorry.
We did discuss ever fresh last week.
Oh, did we do ever fresh? Okay.
Okay. It's
Uh,
54.
okay. We did this one? Okay. Right. Okay, so the 54th quality is Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. So Krishna's transcendental body is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. Sat means ever existing for all time and in all places. In other words, all pervading in time and space. Chit means full of knowledge. Krishna has nothing to learn from anyone. He is independently full of all knowledge. Ananda means the reservoir of all pleasure. The impersonalists are seeking to merge into the Brahman effulgence of eternity and knowledge, but the major portion of the absolute pleasure, which is Krishna, is avoided by them. One can enjoy the transcendental blissfulness of merging into the Brahman effulgence after being freed from the contamination of material illusion, false identification, attachment, detachment, and material absorption. These are the preliminary qualifications of a person who can realize Brahman. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that one has to become full of joyfulness. This is not exactly joyfulness, but a sense of freedom from all anxieties. Freedom from all anxieties may be the first principle of joyfulness, but it is not actually joyfulness. Those who realize the self or become Brahma Bhuta are only preparing themselves for the platform of joyfulness. That joyfulness can actually be achieved only when one comes into contact with Krishna. Krishna consciousness is so complete that it includes the transcendental pleasure derived from impersonal or Brahman realization. Even the impersonalists will become attracted to the personal form of Krishna known as Shama Sundar. So, this is another very lovely quality of Lord, Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So, when we ask ourselves, who are we? We may say that, I'm a teacher, I'm a daughter, I'm a son, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a husband, I'm a child, etc. We give ourselves all these different labels. Maybe our occupation, maybe the physical characteristics we have, and these are all false identities. So as the false ego, these are the things that we attach to. But when we rise above that, when we understand that our real identity is to be servant of the servant of the servant of Sri Krishna, and we understand our real, we come in contact with our real identity, therefore we can understand Lord's qualities of being eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. So these terms of Satchit Ananda, because we're part and parcel of him and because we're in service to him, therefore we also are engaging with his energy, and therefore we are also, our real true identity for all jivas is also Satchit Ananda. So we are all full of knowledge, eternal and full of bliss. So this is something we share with the Lord. But obviously Lord has this in we have it maybe in a minute, not even in a minute. We have also, people that experience the Lord, they don't really like these sages that we speak about. They're constantly meditating on the Lord, and they're always in bliss because they're in contact with the personal feature of the Lord. So Sat means existing for all time and all places. In other words, all pervading in time and space. So this is the aspect of truth, which is eternal, full of knowledge. So Krishna has nothing to learn from anyone. So he's full in, one of his six characteristics is that he's all intelligent. He knows everything. And independently, he is full of knowledge as well. So Ananda means a reservoir of all pleasure. So it's only when we say Krishna's name that it can bring us immense joy and it can bring us immense pleasure, because Krishna and his name is non-different. So everything around Krishna himself is full of happiness, and when we come into contact with that and we awaken more of our own bhakti, then ananda is another state that is reached, where we experience this happiness in when we're saying Krishna's name, or when we're talking about his leela, or if we're experiencing him in different ways. So we're experiencing ananda also. So this Satchitananda, so yeah, Krishna is the embodiment of this, but we also have these, as jivas, we also are able to access this. Obviously with Lord it will probably be on a much more like a limitless level, whereas for us that there may be that there probably, again, there isn't a limit to it, because if Lord is limitless and we're able to access that, then we also but obviously we may not have the correct, maybe the correct body or the correct vessel to appreciate and to understand the vastness of this all, whereas the Lord, he's full in that vastness as well. So we hear about impersonalists. So these are people that believe that Krishna doesn't have a form. So those that are in the Brahman, they believe that Krishna is fully nirgun, like he doesn't have any personality, he doesn't have any qualities. And they are basically experiencing probably a lot of peace, and their goal is to merge into the Brahman, so this light of the Lord. So when we speak of the sun, the rays, the light, and then the rays, they're not looking for Krishna. They're just entering the rays and maybe specifically the light, but they're not going above that. And eventually what happens is they may feel extreme levels of peace, but then without relationship, because relationship is so important, even Krishna manifests himself and he multiplies into Lord Balaram. Then from Lord Balaram comes Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Mahavishnu, and Sankarshana, and then again from Sankarshana, Hare Krishna, and then again from Sankarshana comes another set of like Mahavishnu, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, and then from there you have from Mahavishnu you have the Shirodakshay Vishnu, Karnadakshay Vishnu, and Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So even through the creation, even through creation, Krishna enters into each and every single thing. So of course there is going to be a level of happiness in the light, in the Brahman, but Krishna is a person, and this is what is being avoided here, the fact that this is just the light, just the rays, that the person is going into high levels of peace. But if Krishna creates himself and he expands himself, etc., in all those different forms, and then including the other side, he's Shakti avatar, and so he's looking for relationship. He has a relationship with all his expansions, and his own internal energy. He has a relationship with everything. So the reason that Krishna always exists, but the reason that all these expansions come into place is because Krishna wants to experience relationship. So again, the jiva, even though they may go down this route of impersonalism, eventually they will they may like go into the light, or the rays of Krishna, and experience extreme levels of bliss. But they actually can't, they will have to take rebirth, and then experience Krishna from a personal aspect. Because if Krishna is seeking relationship, then naturally, being parts and parcels of him, we also need to develop a relationship with him. And Krishna is, he's constantly telling us he is a person. So the impersonalists can't kind of go beyond the rays and the lights unless they seek to serve the Lord in a personal form. So they don't get that full pleasure. It's like maybe half of the pleasure. So one can enjoy the transcendental blissfulness of merging into the Brahman effulgence after being freed from the contamination of material illusion, false identification, attachment, detachment, and material absorption. So even this level of impersonalism, it still does have some merit. But I mean, clearly, like, if we just think about just being in the light and experiencing full kind of bliss, but then experiencing Krishna, the mood is completely different. It's like we can actually play with Krishna, we can love Krishna, we can dance with Krishna, we can sing with Krishna, we can enact pastimes with Krishna, with him, in his Leela. So why on earth would we just be satisfied? So if Lord is not satisfied in that way, then naturally the jiva also will not be, and will seek a personal relationship with the Lord, because Krishna is so sweet. Even big sages, eventually those ones that are impersonalists, they do seek to have a personal relationship. We see that with like Adi Shankaracharya, like big big sages, big saintly people. They eventually they accept the form of Krishna, because he's so beautiful, and so much is said about his physical form. And then those that experience him, that they also are sort of bewildered and bewitched by Krishna's beauty, and therefore they also kind of switch over to becoming a personalist. And how wonderful is it that Lord actually allows us, like Krishna is the only God that allows us to serve him, and to kind of be with him, and we can have a relationship with him. I mean, like, what God, like, who on earth, like, we can't even think about anybody that is willing to offer this to us. So here it says that if we just want to experience the Brahman effulgence, we have to be freed from the contamination of material illusion, which is in itself very, very difficult. False identification, attachment, detachment, and material absorption. So even all those things. So if we just quickly talk about being freed from contaminations of the material illusion. How, just, we're in Maya most of the time. Like Srila Prabhupada said, you're in Maya most of the time. Sometimes you're in Krishna consciousness. So even like to come out of this material illusion, like without having a focal point, that becomes very, very difficult. False identification, again, when we think we're something that we're not. Attachment, our attachments, they keep us from experiencing high spiritual awakenings. Detachment, so when we separate, and material absorption, so those people that are just literally absorbed by their material, maybe wealth, etc. Even we have to get through all of those to actually attain a higher level that you was like it's a lower level, but it's still so much. And what to speak of, like, with Krishna, you just have to think about him, and then all those things naturally go away. So these are the kind of initial qualifications of a person. So even that, it's still very, very, very high level. And that they're in the actual Brahman stage. So most people that are in Brahman stage, they have an idea that they're in the Brahman stage. They have passed quite a lot of these bigger things, and they're able to elevate their souls into this level. So it's still quite high. It's still it's still like, it's still there as a practice. Like it's not that it's not, Krishna says that he can be realized as Paramatma, Bhagwan, or Brahman. So it's not that it's not possible, but obviously for us, we are told that we focus on the personal. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that one has to become full of joyfulness. This is not exactly joyfulness, but a sense of freedom from all anxieties. So, of course, if we are detached, if we are not absorbed, clearly there will be a sense of freedom. Like, when not, these things don't actually affect us. So here it's saying that yes, it's not, one has to become fully joyful. This is not exactly joyfulness, but a sense of freedom from all anxiety. So it's not like they're feeling a natural happiness. It's more like they're gaining a sense of freedom from the anxiety. So it's again, it's halfway. So freedom from all anxieties may be the first principle of joyfulness. So yes, if say for example, if we're worried, and then one day we're not worried, and then we feel okay, it doesn't mean that we're happy. It just means that that anxiety is gone. So therefore we're feeling something which is separate from the anxiety. So it's not actually happy, but it's just that the fact that that anxiety is gone, it gives us some sort of relief. But it's not joyfulness, as like, when we're actually just really happy for on a more deeper level. Those who realize the self or become Brahma Buddha, so these people are self-realized people. They're able to dwell in the self, it's a lot of introspection is needed at this point. And they're just happy in their own little way and their own little world. And they become Brahma Bhuta. So they're able to enter this space of freedom from anxiety. But they're only perceiving themselves they're just preparing themselves for the platform of joyfulness. So at that stage where you're kind of steady, stable, and then joyfulness just then becomes a natural extension of that. So the joyfulness can actually be achieved only when we come into contact with Krishna. So we hear like Dhruv Maharaj, he wanted this big kingdom, bigger than his father. He wanted to be a ruler. But when he actually saw Lord after he was sent by Narad Muni, his mom and his stepmom, as he was sent into the forest to beg alms, etc., we understand that only so say for example Dhruv Maharaj, when he actually saw the Lord, he was like, oh my God, Lord, like you're so beautiful. And he was completely absorbed in his vision of the Lord. And therefore he forgot all his desires, etc. And that's exactly the same as us. Once we see Lord, all those other things, they won't matter, because when we see Lord, it's going to be so much more than just any other desire that can possibly be fulfilled. And Dhruv realizes his mistake, that he's asking for such a small thing compared to what he's actually received, and that is contact with Krishna. And obviously, if you have contact with Krishna, then basically your life is set. You don't want anything else more than that. So Krishna consciousness is so complete that it includes the transcendental pleasure derived from impersonal or Brahman realization. So yeah, that they are a part of it. Even the impersonalists will become attracted to the personal form of Krishna. So here it says, Srila Prabhupada has always told us to focus on the Sham Sundar form, the Tribhangi form of the Lord that we see. Because this form, it's all, like I say, even impersonalists, they eventually, once they see the form of the Lord, it's so beautiful, they can't then they come out of their Brahman realization. So it is confirmed by the statement of Brahma Samhita that the Brahman effulgence is the bodily rays of Krishna. The Brahman effulgence is simply an exhibition of the energy of Krishna. Krishna is the source of the Brahman effulgence, as he himself confirms in Bhagavad Gita. From this, we can conclude that the impersonal feature of the absolute truth is not the ultimate end. Krishna is the ultimate end of the absolute truth. So, yes, we can't understand that once we know the light is there, the rays are there, we go further and further. We know that there's going to be a person behind that all, and then we have that clear knowledge of him being the absolute truth. So members of the Vaishnava schools therefore never try to merge into the Brahman effulgence in pursuit of spiritual perfection. They accept Krishna as the ultimate goal of self-realization. Therefore, Krishna is called Parabrahma, the supreme Brahman, or Parameshvara, the supreme controller. Sri Yamunacharya has prayed as follows: My dear Lord, I know that the gigantic universe and gigantic space and time within the universe are covered by 10 layers of the material elements, each layer 10 times larger than the previous one. 3 material modes of nature, the Garbhodaksha Vishnu and Shirodaksha Vishnu and Mahavishnu, and beyond them, the spiritual sky and its spiritual planets known as Vaikunthas, and the Brahman effulgence in that spiritual sky, all of these taken together are nothing but a small exhibition of your potency. So here, like this is again just the vastness. All these other things are explained here: the material nature, the different Vishnus, and even if we took all the spiritual sky and the spiritual planets and put them all together, and the Brahman effulgence and the spiritual sky, nothing can actually exhibit Krishna's full together. Nothing but a small. It's still a minute. It's a minute piece of who Krishna is. Krishna is vast. It's not easy to know Krishna. Krishna's, 1 minute we can know him, next minute we completely don't know him because he's so limitless. And therefore, we should just with humility just want to serve him, and see that he is happy with us, and therefore he will reveal himself to us when the time is correct. And we should keep worshipping him in a happy way because he's giving us everything else. We all know the why, how we've all ended up in devotional service or, in Krishna consciousness. So once we know the why of something, we do it and we understand it because Krishna is giving us so many other experiences of connection with him. So I'm going to stop there. Are there any comments or queries or additions, subtractions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully explained. So here, when we are discussing the topic, so when we establishing the subject, that is Satchidananda Vigraha, that is well, and then giving the reasons, that is very beautiful. And the out of those 5 topics, the third topic is giving the examples. Okay, then the hearers would be more and relish those pastimes, giving the examples like so this relishing, how the devotees relish, they come together and share the pastimes of Krishna. Machitta madgata pranam bodhayanta parasparam katayanta shamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So those things that we when we are discussing those pastimes like Krishna in the Vrindavan Dham and also Dwaraka in different places and how he has it. So giving those examples and also giving those from Nigamana. This is the 5th topic, which is showing these evidences. It will put more and juices into this one. When we prepare some nice dish and we would put cashew nuts and different kinds of spices. If it is okay, prepared, if we do not see that one, we always search for those one cashew nuts. I wanted to eat more and more. So here, if you just give us a few examples, Mataji, with the Krishnas in this one, when any people come in contact with Krishna consciousness, they will be very happy. How they will be happy? For example, so if they come to the temple, associate with the devotees, later on they participate in the kirtans and then eating Chaturvida Prasad. This is Chaturvida Bhagavad Prasada Swadhanna Truptan Haribhakta Sanghan. They eat 4 kinds of different kinds of foods. And then in the association of they relish and then talking each other when they are eating. And then they sing and dance. And then they spend all of that time in a blissful time in the spiritual environment. Okay. So when we can give the temple environment like Bhaktivedanta Manas, that is, and showing this one, it adds so much of relishment, Mataji. So just wanted to add that point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we're doing devotion, and especially being in contact with Krishna, I think you mentioned prasadam. but yes, like all the leelas, like we've just obviously come out of Kartik. So when we're talking about this beautiful form of the Lord that we were singing about, or from the Gopi Geet, when we're really relishing, like they're experiencing Krishna like all the time. And they even say that they cursed Lord Brahma because he gave them eyelashes to blink with, because the actual beauty of Krishna is so much that they just want to absorb him all the time. And there's so much, there's so much leelas, that there's so many prayers that speak about him, Rudra Geet. And when they're actually experiencing these moments of actually experiencing the Lord, and even the gopis say they don't want to see the form of Narayan. When one day Krishna shows them the form of even Narayan, they say, oh, who's this? Like they just walk past him because they're so bewildered by this form. Arjuna, eventually, after seeing the universal form and the Narayan form, again he asks to see the Shamsundar form of the Lord. So even the actual physical beauty of the Lord, it's limitless, and it's very, very, very pleasing for devotees. What to speak of, like just talking about him every day. And then, yes, being in that, like Prabhu said, in that spiritual environment where Krishna is relished through things like prasadam, through association of devotees, and therefore that love and that bliss just increases continuously. So we can experience that on a day-to-day basis when we engage with Krishna conscious activities. And it's continuous, and nobody comes to something if they're not getting something from it. So the fact that we come day in, day out, listen about the Lord, it's because the Lord is bringing some pleasure into our life. Like we can never speak about any other topic constantly every day. It's just not possible. I mean, we would come, material subjects all have a beginning, middle, and end very, conclusively, and there's no joy in them. They're just mundane, they're boring, uh, and there's no juice in that. But when we talk about Krishna, there are so many different, it's like constant. It's ever fresh, and it's constantly changing as well. Like he's, even if we use the other qualities alongside this, that he the spiritual world is ever, it's constantly changing. Everything's always like moving and changing, nothing stays stable. Like these pastimes are happening all the time. So even if you have a saint that's like completely absorbed in the leela of the Lord, there's new things happening all the time. Like we think, for stimulation, people watch videos and just different things because they want a lot of variety. But actually the variety comes from the spiritual world, because there's so much pastimes happening, and it's ever evolving, and sages especially that can actually experience the leelas of the Lord, they will talk about being completely detached from this world, because why would you want to be attached to this world when you've got a higher taste for everything? And they are relishing a higher taste, and therefore they can maintain their level of spirituality to a high level, and they're experiencing the Lord all the time. And even in their meditations, they're experiencing the association of the Lord. So it's it's really, it's a relationship, it's an exchange, it's alive, it's real. And nothing else can ever beat that association with Krishna, through, whether it's chanting his name, whether it's listening to his leela, whether it's experiencing him through smaranam, whichever way we look at it. it
Hare Krishna,
it's about the
Mataji.
absorption. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Should we also request devotees to say a few words, Mataji?
Yeah.
If it is
Okay, so would anyone else like to share anything?
okay, we'll go by devotees, Mataji, name
Yeah.
by name. Within the Lekha Mataji, if Mataji is available. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So while reading this paragraph, one thing came to my mind is in Bhagavatam 3.25-25. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hrikarna rasayana katha sajoshanadasvapavarga varsmani shraddharatir bhakti anukramishyati. So it's only that we search, we look for the association of devotees, and we discuss the pastime of the Lord, and it is very pleasing for our ears, for ourselves, and we feel satisfied when we hear about it, right? And then from there, the urge comes from inside. We want to hear more. We want to associate with him more. We want to come closer to him. So that is what my realization came in when I was listening to this paragraph. And also, we are talking about impersonalists. There are lots of yogis. They do great tapasya. Yogis are not like ordinary people. They do great tapasya. They leave home. They live in a secluded place. They control their breathing. They sit nicely. They meditate on the Lord. And then when they get the power, they get the mystic power. So they can become very light, very heavy. They can appear, they can disappear, they can fly, or they can do many things. But what do they do with those powers? They just want to explore the outer space, the outer planet. And then they go there, they enjoy everywhere. Finally, when the pious activity is exhausted, they come down to this material world. And again, they start from zero. But the same yogis, if they take advantage of associating with devotees, understanding what is the necessity of association of devotees and what is the necessity of learning about Krishna, these people also, they will not spend their lives searching for things that is going to be nashwar, like is going to have an end. But if somebody take clearly to the Krishna conscious path and seek guidance, association, blessing from pure devotees, for sure they will reach their goal, which is Krishna consciousness, which is the lotus feet of the Lord. Right? Mm-hmm. We may be together today, but not all of us will be successful. We will reach at some point and then we may come back, but next time in a higher level, taking birth in higher greater devotees place. And then from there we will go higher. So we should not think that, okay, I am not sure what will happen. Just leave it to Krishna. Let him decide. We do our share. Krishna will do his share. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. That's so beautifully said, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. This amazing association with Krishna. Thank you. Okay, so
but next Mataji, we shall go around the table. Thank you so much, Intilaka Mataji. Is that okay, Radha Shekha Mataji?
Please, would you mind asking everybody?
Yes, Mataji. Okay. We got Raji Lakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for kindly joining. Hare
Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, I just joined a bit late. Yeah.
It's just a communication.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. You wanted to add anything, Mataji? You got any question?
No, Prabhuji, it is very good. I was listening to the previous Matajis who just clearly explained, okay, how, and also I really like the explanation, okay, the ABCD rule, like, okay, association, and also like, okay, book reading related to Krishna, and also chanting, and also the devotional service. So we have to do our best and leave it to Krishna. So we should not expect anything in return, whatever the things we are doing in this material world, without expecting any returns. So based on our good karma and our service and our endeavor, our main goal should be, okay, just reaching the lotus feet of the Lord. So as Mataji explained, okay, even if you are unable to get rid of this death and birth cycle, at least we go to the higher state in the next birth, which is also good. But the final ultimate objective should be, okay, reaching the adobe of Krishna. So that is how we should be aiming. Whatever we do without expecting the returns, just okay, then everything will, because Krishna knows, because he himself created all of us, we are his children. So whatever he is giving, that is best for us. If you are, at times we may think, okay, oh, that is not happened, this is not happened. So that is also his plan and action. But unfortunately, we don't think like that. So we have to do the complete surrender, and we have to do whatever we can do. ABCDs, and accordingly, we have to leave everything to Krishna. Sorry, I joined, but by listening to the previous two Matasis, I can correlate, and that is what I'm articulating, Prabhu says. So, yeah.
Wonderful, Mataji. Very nice reflections. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
That is the essence. Yes. Okay, we shall move on to Gayatri Mataji. You wanted to add anything, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Radha Sevika Mataji, so beautifully explained. I was not joining in a few weeks on Mondays, but today I joined, and I was very happy that you were talking on Satchitananda Vigraha, which is beautiful. And when you were talking about it, I was just thinking everybody they know that their original position is to love everyone and love the Godhead as well. But as kids, when the kids are, I see when we went on the weekend, one of the girl was so loving, hugging everyone, and a little girl, but the parents they kind of say not to do that because of this world is very weird. So parents have to teach a few things to the kids just to survive in this world. But basically, we are all born just to love everyone and to um, and to love the Godhead as well. So I was thinking about that and how eternally He is so blissful, and everything you explained very beautifully, Mataji. I'm so happy to attend this class today, and also Induleka Mataji and Amok Prabhu, as always, all beautifully explained. Thank you so much, Prabhujis and Matajis. Thank you. Hare Krishna. And if you have anything to add to this, Prabhuji or anybody, please add. Like, why do we have to teach the kids? Like, even though the kids are so loving, they are born with love and affection, but the parents kind of tell them not to do a few things. I can understand because the world is very weird, so they need to teach them not to do a few things, I guess. But how can we tell the parents that their nature is like that? We should not be that is the real nature is to love everyone. So
That is very nice, Mataji. Bringing the parents into the devotees, and first of all, devotees needs to arrange at home programs needs to take place where we invite the devotee, everyone like neophytes, and then just feed Krishna Prasadam. When we are regularly arranging those programs, once in a 2 weeks or once in a month, according to our capacity, even we do not have to prepare too much big prasadam also, just small things which we can easily prepare without much endeavor, and then invite them and then just sing and then little bit of Bhagavatam, and then we have a feast and conversation. If these things go and we just keep the chanting also part of it, automatically the parents, they will get a gist of it and they bring the children, and children will grasp the essence of the programs, and then gradually they will be developed. But things must be going on the house programs. That is essential. And we do not have to teach much philosophy also. The program itself, it will transform them. That is very, very important. Not only the humans, even the animal beings also. Te vai vidanti ati taranti cha devamayam yadadbhuta parayana krama sela sikshanaha. Sri Sudra, this is again Brahma says this one. Teva vidanti aditaranche teva mayam Sri Sudra Shabhrapi Papa Jivaha Yadadbhuta Krama Parayana Sela Sikshaha Tiryak Janapi Ki Mususadharanaye Tiryak Janapi Ki Musud. Anyone who is come in contact with Krishna, everyone they are attracting, but just only the program that must be taking place. Here, when we come into the online, we may hardly speak to each other and discuss and derive some kind of pleasure and happiness and share each other. But when we do the home programs, it will go much wider, so many times bigger version of it. And many neophytes also will come and they will be attracted. If it is online means, so we will be hearing and in behind so many other things will be going on. It is not 100%. If it is a home program, somewhere or other, they will have a personal association. So like in last week, Rajalakshmi Mataji has arranged very beautiful. So many people have come and then having prasadam, devotees were there and doing bhajans and kirtans. That is how it needs to take place. But that if it is regular, then everyone will be benefited out of it. Okay, so just that is one example. And children, we do not have to teach specifically, they will automatically grasp. And also Pawan Prabhuji is also doing, going to the school and then giving that knowledge to the children as well. That is so wonderful. But these are all with our endeavors, but inviting them into our homes and doing that one. Our home become temple because wherever the devotees walk, their dust of their feet, it falls in that home and that home will be sanctified. Okay, so these are all statements, and our home will be sanctified. Everyone also, their hearts will be purified. Center point is Krishna. Program is going on. And so this is Satsangan Mukta Dusango Hatum Nocha Hate Buddha Kitya Manam Yasho Yasya Sakrid Akadnya Rochanam. Even a little bit, if they taste it, Sakrid Akadnya Rochanam, a little bit, then they will be attracted. Kirtyamanam Yashoyasya Sakridakadnya Rochanam. And we give the association, Satsangan, Mukta Dustango. When we get the good association, automatically bad association will go away. Okay, Mukta Dustango. Khatum Nocha Hate Buddha. Intelligent person will easily grasp what is the best for him. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for, yes, we have to do more kirtans and house programs as well. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
And we must always remember that Krishna is also sitting inside all of us, and we've all experienced Krishna. And especially with children, they can actually access, some children can access much deeper levels of consciousness, even from, when they've experienced Krishna, maybe in the womb of the parents. So it's very important that we don't assume that children don't know that or they experience maybe a lower level, or they're actually experiencing very high level. Sometimes even if you just sing, their level of consciousness is very pure and they can experience Krishna at a much deeper level.
Yes, Mataji.
So beautifully said, yes.
The problem is that that is true. Children experience a deeper level of consciousness, but the world we are living in today is different. Unless we have only devotees family, then we are sure that parents are not scared. If they are not devotees, if the gathering is of non-devotees, of course we should be scared as well, because we don't know what is in the other people's heart. Plus, we want to protect our child, because the child is very precious to us, right? But if we are in the association of devotees, in an environment like a house program, like a temple, then we are not scared, because we know everybody is alike here. There's no different people here. But if you're in an environment where there are different people with different kind of culture, then we should be a bit like, yeah, we should protect our children. That is also there. Because if this world was not that bad, with all kind of diseases and whatever is going in the mind of people, when this little child is going and hugging everyone, you don't know what is going in some perverted people's mind, right? But if you are among devotees, you're sure they're safe, right?
Yeah, and I think even, I think we've already, not to speak about even within institutions as well, there's been, but Krishna is available, and we should, Srila Prabhupada said by, I think, the 6th, these children are Vaikuntha children, and we have a responsibility to nurture their Krishna consciousness and to fan it. It's a big responsibility, yeah.
Very good. Lakshmi Mataji, hand raised. Yes, Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji, you want to unmute and say something? Okay. Okay, while Mataji is ready, Jaivad Mataji, you wanted to
Are
share
you
it?
able to hear me, Prabhuji?
Oh, yes,
Sorry.
ma'am. Yes, now
Sorry,
we
I'm
can.
unable to unmute. Yeah. Just I'm back. Let me lower my hand because Mataji was saying, right? Okay, so there will be different people coming when we are doing the house programs. What is in their mind, and it may have some kind of negative impact or anything, and we have to be with devotees association and all. Then, if you're going with that approach, we would not be having the opportunity to introduce and also to glorify the Lord Supreme and Godhead to other people, isn't it? Then what we need to do in that scenario, because we have to be with the good association, but if you are thinking, okay, just to share about this glories of Krishna and also tell the people, okay, yes, he's the supreme God and you have to be with him, then how can we achieve that objective? Because if we can't introduce to the right people.
Yes, Mataji. So whatever you have said, I understand. So because when we invite the entire community, so some may be devotees, some may not be devotees, but here, actually, when we have got a home program, so if it is of 2 hours or 2.5 hours, initially we will be starting with giving the program schedule. The first 20 minutes is the kirtan, and then later on Mangalacharan prayers, and then some recitation of the shlokas, and then Bhagavad Gita session for 40 minutes or 1 hour or so, and then after that Narsimha prayers, and then prasadam, and then question and answers, and then in between 1 round of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So just like we as we do in the Saturday sessions. Okay, that is the pattern. When we have got that pattern, people who are coming there, they know what they are going to do, chanting and then singing and do bhajans and hearing Bhagavad Gita. For that purpose, they are going to come when we invite. It is not the, and also prasadam, whoever is preparing, they must be chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra consistently 16 rounds. When they prepare it, the food has got a spiritual power in it, and when everyone eat it, such kind of food, they will be sanctified. So this is one thing, and people who are coming there because to hear Krishna Katha, Krishna will be in charge. Krishna will be supervising all of them. We do not have to worry about. And if we call 1,000 people, very few people, 40 people, 50 people may come. That is sufficient. Only the pure souls only will come in. It is not possible for everyone to come for Krishna Katha regularly. Sometimes, occasionally, they may come. Initially, many people may come, but as soon as they hear, and then next time, at least 30-40% they drop. And then consistently, so many people, at the end, very few people will be left. That is the filtered people. That is where we need to have association.
Yes, Mataji, I do invite non-devotees at my place. Gayatri Mataji knows always there are like non-devotees, but they are happy. They are happy, but I know who I am inviting. But if we go in a place where we don't know the people, of course, we should protect our children. That is my point here.
No,
Hare
that's fine,
Krishna.
Mataji. Yeah, absolutely fine. Because we do conduct this kind of programs. That's why I was just thinking, because do I need to be a bit mindful while inviting? That is the thing, okay? So I just wanted to be clear out. So what we are doing, am I doing something wrong, or do I need to correct? So, but thank you so much, Mataji. Yeah, for
Hare
bringing
Krishna.
that point. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, dear devotees. I think I'll have to leave now. I've already told Prabhu about it. So thank you for having me in your association, and I'll join again tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so Rajalakshmi Mataji, whatever you are doing, that is really good. But if you just put it as a pattern and make it as a consistent program, then you would see in 3 to 4 weeks how that is going to,
Sure,
it,
Prabhuji. Yeah.
it will shape.
Yeah, definitely, Prabhuji. Yeah. I
Okay,
wanted to speak to you something maybe after the session. So I have got few thoughts that we will connect up, Prabhuji. Yeah.
yeah, sure, Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Jayavad Mataji, you wanted to add anything, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji's. I'm not very qualified with this, but when I was reading when Mataji was reading the quality, and she mentioned Dhruv Maharaj. So we are talking about the Brahman and Parmeshwar and the Bhagwan and all that. And when Mataji was speaking about Dhruv Maharaj, so Dhruv Maharaj was given a form to meditate on because he never had seen the Lord, but he got told by Narad Muni. Narad Muni described the form to him, and Dhruv Maharaj meditated on that form, and he did it with determination, with so much one-pointed focus, and severe penances he did, and he got to see the Lord. He just didn't see the Lord just like that, but it was after all that he saw the Lord. And Prahlad Maharaj as well, in the mother's womb, he had heard of all the qualities of Krishna. We are talking about the name, form, qualities. They are none different to Krishna. So those are the things I was thinking of. Like even like Haridas Thakur, he was saying like 300,000 times chanting on Krishna's name. If we took our own name for like even 5 seconds or 10 seconds, we would get just bored out of it. And Haridas Thakur was constantly chanting daily. It was daily he was doing. So those kind of things came to my mind, that for us, well, at least for me, it's not even possible even to see but just chanting even, and hearing the pastimes of the Lord. When Prabhuji puts the Mayapur temple in the morning, you're looking at the deities. So even that gives you so much joy and bliss. So those kind of things came to my mind. And with the second thing about Gayatri Mataji's point, I totally feel how you feel, Mataji, as well, when you can't hug someone, because as an adult I go to schools to invigilate during the exam times, and there are some troubled children there, and you want to give them a hug, but I had to really control myself not to give them a hug. And it's painful because that's the world we live in, even though we know we are not of that, we are not going to do anything, but the world sees us like that. They put us in that category as well. So you can't do something even when you want to hug. And the child is so innocent. The child knows nothing, and the child will go around hugging people. But there are some bad people, unfortunately, around. And even with videos and things, we had a community event. We had to take permission. We can't take just children's videos, or even in the chat group as well. If we have to take permission, if a parent doesn't allow us to do something, then we can't. So those kind of things we unfortunately have to respect, because we are in this world. So I do feel your pain as well, because I definitely do when I see some little children, and when they come to the house as well, I don't know them, but if they are so sweet, I can't even hug them that much without asking permission. So yeah, those kind of things. But yeah, thank you so much for giving me opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Nice to hear those reflections. Here, when we see children, it is the bodily concept. It is not that children are divine. Of course, they're innocent. We are liking those innocents. Okay, but we need to make sure that whether what is going on in the child is always naturally they wanted to be happy. Okay, so it's just one thing. Thank you, Mataji. And Pawan Prabhuji, you wanted to share anything, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Initially, thank you to Radha Mataji for explaining very, very clearly. So, for elaborating the complete about Krishna, and then and moving forward to uh, and Induleka Mataji, and then the conversation related to the kids. I would like to share a little, a small experience. Like recently, when Radha Lakshmi Mataji gave me opportunity, so there was 4 day session where around more than 50 kids joined, and it was one of the beautiful day I would say in my life. And there are 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 year old creating the online session. So 4 days we took individual topic, like I took Govardhan Leela topic, and Rajlakshmi Mataji took Damodar Leela topic and things like that. So my reflections are, the parents are, rooted towards Sanatan Dharma, like towards Krishna. So that made, the children more inclined towards Krishna. So when I took the session, immediately within a minute, when I finished teaching like them Govardhan Leela, after a minute, like Rajalakshmi Mataji asked them, can anyone summarize the, what you have heard in the last 30 minutes? And I was like, everyone is coming forward, raising hands, and they wanna, come forward and speak and summarize the story. And I was like literally shocked in, in terms of like how they improvised, and then they added their own even they added some extra words into that, and made the story more even wonderful than what I have recited, And when I saw that, I was like very, very happy. They've been raised very well. It all started from, I think, the parents, how they teach them at home about Krishna, and then so that gave me really more confidence that now I want to do that often. So, and even I learned when I was doing that, because children will keep asking questions, like when there was a class related to importance of cow. So one of the Prabhuji, Natraj Prabhuji, said we should have organic milk, and then 4 years old kid asking question like what is organic, and then when we told what is organic, and they were decided now which milk to have exactly, now what is organic, what is normal milk. They got to know the difference so quickly, and they started implementing, it's not like listening, they also trying to implement. So I felt really good in terms of that bit. So and I just wanted to share that. And another bit, like uh, welcome to Rajalakshmi Mataji. Thank you so much for joining. Uh, uh, and also today you brought about one of the thing in terms of work and no expectation regarding that. So that reminded me one of the shlok, karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur varmate sangostva karmani. So this it helped actually. That reminded me this slok, and when while you guys are talking, I just prepared this. I don't know by heart, but this is how we learn, right? So I quickly prepared so that I can recite here and I can remember that, and later I can teach to kids as well. So, and yeah, the translation is exactly what Mataji has said. We have to perform. We have a right to perform our prescribed duties, but we are not entitled to the fruits of our actions. So And also in Damodar Leela, it was said like we have to give our best, and then if we have God's grace, then that will come to us. So there's always two things. Whatever we do, we have to do to 100% and leave it to God. The rest, whether it's going to happen or not going to happen, if it happens, it's for good. If it's not happening, even it's for good. This just yeah, Rajlakshmi Mataji's word just reminded me this shlok. So I thought, why not just recite that? And thank you so much for today. And Radha Mataji, and then Jay Mataji, Induleka Mataji, Gayatri Mataji. And yeah, it's really every day it's a good learning. And thank you so much for giving, for this session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Excellent. Thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing those experiences and reflections. Wonderful. Okay, we shall move on. Usha Mataji wanted to add anything, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Usha Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. No, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Rata Seka Mataji, and all other the Bilaka Mataji, Javed Mataji, and Rajalakshmi Mataji from Prabhu. All your reflection and nice experience, and yeah, it's really nice to listen. So yeah, how the children can pick up very quickly, and then they can ask the question when you take into class, Prabhu. It's really nice. The children have their own question, and then yeah, so nice, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so Radha Seka Mataji, is it okay if I can take the screen, Mataji?
Yes, please.
Thank you,
Let me just stop sharing.
Mataji. Okay, so today's the quality is Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Can I request all the devotees, wherever it is possible, take a turn to recite, starting with Pavan Prabhuji, please.
Should I lead text one, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Ishvara Parama Krishna. Is it line by line? Anyone going to follow me, or do I have to
Yeah,
finish all?
Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishnaha. We follow Prabhuji. You want
Okay.
to lead line by line? Okay, let me just lead the line by line, and then later on you. Okay, wherever it is possible, kindly unmute and follow behind me. Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishnaha
Ishvaraha
Paramah
Krishna
Satchidananda Vigraha
Satchitananda
Satchitananda
Vigraha
Vigraha
Anadir Adir Govindaha
Anadir
Anadiradi
Adir
Govindaha
Govinda
Sarvakarana Karanam.
Sarvakarana
Sarvakaranakaranam.
Karanam.
Very beautiful. And Pavanpraji, would you like to lead line by line?
Sure, Prabhuji. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha
Ishwaraha
Ishvaraha Paramaha
Paramaha
Sachid Ananda Vigraha
Satchitananda Vigraha
Vigraha
Anadir Adir Govindaha
Anadiradir
Anadir
Govindaha
Govinda
Govindaha
Sarvakarana Karanam.
Sarvakarana
Sarvakaranakaranam.
Very beautiful.
Krishna.
Gayatri Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Ishvara Paramah Krishnaha
Ishvara
Paramaha Krishna
Krishna
Satchitananda Vigraha
Satchitananda
Satchitananda
Vigraha
Vigraha
Anadiraadi Govindaha
Anadir
Anadir
Govinda
Govinda
Sarvakaranakaranam.
Sarvakarana
Karanam.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Radha Sevika Mataji, please.
Ishvara Parama Krishna
Ishvara
परमः कृष्णः
सच्चिदानंद विग्रह
Satchidananda
सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः
अनादिरादिर् गोविन्दा
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः
सर्वकारण कारणम्
सर्वकारणकारणम्. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Ved Mataji, please.
Ishvara Paramaha Krishna
Ishvara
परमः कृष्णः
Satchidananda Vigraha
सच्चिदानंद विग्रह
Anadir Adir Govinda
अनादिरादिर्
Sarvakarana Karanam.
सर्वकारणकारणम्. Very beautiful. Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji. Rajalakshmi Mataji, would you like to go?
Yeah. Ishvarah Paramah Krishnaः
ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः
सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः
सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः
अनादिर्गोविन्दः
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः
सर्वकारणकारणम्
सर्वकारणकारणम्. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Ishvara Paramaha Krishna
ईश्वरः
परमः
कृष्णः
Satchidananda Vigraha
सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः
Anadir Govinda
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः
Sarvakarana Karanam.
सर्वकारणकारणम्.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, dear devotees. So Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha. It is not only Krishna, we are also Satchidananda, but we are now covered. Tada Purushatmanam Kevalam Prakrutehe Param Nirantaram Swayam Jyotihi Animanam Akanditam. Animanam Akanditam. We are very tiny, but we are now in the we are covered by material bodies. Okay, so that's why we could not understand our real constitutional position. Krishna, it is Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhireva Nijrupataya Kalabihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Vigraha. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibha Rasa Pratibha this Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. This let me just see this one. Okay, here itself. Okay, Ananda Chinmaya. Ananda Chinmaya. Rasa Pratibha. Pratibha. Okay, where is that one? Yeah, okay, this is Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Pratibhavitabihi Tabhireva Nijrupataya Kalabihi. Okay, this one. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhireva Nijrupataya Kalabihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. In his own form, that is embodiment of ecstatic potency possessed of 64 artistic activities, his body. Okay. Okay, that is Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi. And he is always enjoying Tabihi with the gopis, with those gopis who are Eva Nijrupa Taya Kalabihi. Taya is again with his own form. And with the gopis, Kalabihi, who are part and parcels of his pleasure potency. He enjoys there. That is his natural constitutional position. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Okay, so that is what Mataji has explained to all of us. Okay, this is what Brahma Samhita statement, and also this यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेष वसुधादि विभूति भिन्नं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलम् अनन्तम् अशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So this is another one. Yasya prabha. Prabha is the effulgence. Okay, so that is that part. Okay. So, and everything else. So the devotees. So again, Vishnu Stutri Nirupani. There is again in the Bhagavad Gita. I think there is it is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada there in the Bhagavad Gita. It is Vishnostu Trini Rupani. Vishnostu Trini Rupani. Purushaktyaani ato viduhu ekam tu mahasrastuhu dvitiyam tu tvanda sanchitam trutiyam sarvabhotastam tani jnatva vimuchyate. Who knows about the three Vishnus? Mahavishnu, that is Karnadaksai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu. So who knows those things? One is Karnadaksai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai Vishnu. Three Vishnus. Who knows those things? Tani jnatva vimuchyate. He'll be freed from the material world easily. Okay, this is one of the statements of the so today's shloka, these three Vishnus, three materials of Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and these are they are all but these Vishnu somewhere or other they are in the material, come in contact with the creation of the material world and maintenance in the Purusha Rupa. But beyond them, the Lord, he has got his spiritual effulgence, Brahma Jyoti, and then on top of within the Brahma Jyoti, so many spiritual planets, Vaikuntha Lokas. On top of all Vaikuntha Lokas, there is a Goloka Vrindavana. That is Goloka Vrindavana. We read Govindo, we read Paramananda Govindo Atulanayakaha, and the top of Yasya Sarvopari. Sarvopari, in the topmost spiritual planet. Okay, that is where the Lord enjoys. Okay, so with the time conscious, so just I also stop here. We shall continue in the next session, and the dear devotees. And can I request Jagriti Tanna Mataji to recite this shloka Mataji, Ishvara Paramaha Krishna. Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaha Sarvakavana Karanam. Would you like to recite Mataji, please?
Yeah, I try, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Isvara Paramaha Krishna.
Ishvara Parama Krishna.
Isvara Paramaha Krishna.
Ishvara Parama Krishna.
Isvara Paramaha Krishna.
Ishvaraha
Ishvara Parama Krishna.
Isvara Paramaha Krishna.
Ishvaraha
Paramaha
Krishna.
Isvara Paramaha Krishna.
Ishvara
Krishna.
Sekasit Ananda Viraga.
Sachidananda Vigraha.
Sachidananda Vigraha.
Sachidananda Vigraha.
Sachidananda Vigraha.
Satchidananda Vigraha.
Anandir. Sorry, Prabhu. Anandir.
Anadir Adir Govindaha.
Anadir
Adir Govinda.
Anadir
Adir Govinda.
Adir Govinda.
Anadir Govinda.
Adir Govinda. Sarva Karana Karnama.
Sarva Karana Karanam.
Sarva Karana Karanama. Sarva सर्वकराना कर्मणां
सर्वकारणकारणं
हरे
सर्व
कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे
Hare
हरे
कृष्ण
राम
Hare
Hare
राम
Hare
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
राम
Hare
हरे हरे
Hare Rama Rama Hare
हरे
Hare
राम हरे
Hare
राम
Rama
राम
Rama
राम
Rama
हरे
Hare
हरे.
Prabhuji, you want to continue? Oh,
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very wonderful. So we are concluding,
thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. Sorry for all
No
mistake.
worries, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay, so we shall conclude and we'll meet all of you in the next session. Okay, so we shall conclude with the National praise. Radha Sekar Mataji, is that okay, Mataji?
Yes, please.
Um,
Would you like to sing it?
Maybe we request
Yeah, absolutely.
Gayatri Mataji and Raj Lakshmi Mataji, would you both do it, Mataji?
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu, can you display the script on the screen, please? Yeah.
Yep. I think Prabhu's doing it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Gayatri Mataji, you are going to lead and Lakshmi Mataji would follow. Is that okay? Mataji?
Yeah. Maybe myself and Pawan Prabhu will, both of us will do Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. No problem. Yeah, I can join.
Yeah. Now, yeah, let us
Gayatri
start.
Mataji will lead and we both can go after that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste
Narasimhaya
Narasimhaya
Prahlada
Prahlada
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha
Hiranyakasipurvaksaha
Shilatankanakalaye
Shilatankanakalaye
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimho
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha
Yato Yami Tato Narasimha
Yato Yami Tato Narasimha
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prabhadye
तव करकमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवद्रीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव करकमलवरे नाखम् अद्भुतशृङ्गम् तालिता हिरण्यकशपोतनुभृङ्गम् केशवद्रीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे।
हरे।
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे।
केशवधृता
केशवधृता
नरहरिरूपा
नरहरिरूपा
जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे।
हरे।
जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे।
हरे।
जय
जय
जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे।
हरे।
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव।
जय
जय
नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंह
जय नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव।
सिंहदेव।
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज।
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय
जय
प्रहलाद
प्रहलाद
महाराज जय
महाराज जय
प्रहलाद
प्रहलाद
महाराज।
महाराज
जय
जय
प्रहलाद
प्रहलाद
महाराज।
महाराज।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद।
जय
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 प्रभु
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद।
प्रभुपाद। जय
जय
जय श्रील
जय श्रील
प्रभुपाद।
प्रभुपाद।
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव।
जय
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 गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव।
गुरुदेव। जय जय
जय जय
गुरुदेव।
गुरुदेव।
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल।
निताय गौर हरि
हरि
बोल हरि बोल
बोल।
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
नरसिम्हा भगवान की
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय।
नित्य गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरे
हरि
हरे
हरि बोल।
बोल। Thank you
Gayatri
so
Mata
much.
ki jai for reciting.
Yeah.
Thank you for leading.
Can we
Thank you
all
so much,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity to sing
Thank
It's
you.
Narasimha.
very nice.
Thank
Thank you
you.
Very
everyone.
nice. Both Mataji and Prabhuji, very nice. Hare Krishna.
can we all do unmute and then loud Hari Bol to Radha Shekhar Mataji for kindly sharing this teachings of Lord Chaitanya session.
Hari
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 Bol.
Bol.
Hari
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 Bol.
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 Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Thank you so
Bol.
much, Radha Shekhar Mataji.
Thank you, Radha Sevika Mataji. Such wonderful
Thank
Thank you
session.
so
you.
much,
Thank you,
all
Radha.
Radha Sevika
all
Mataji.
devotee. It's all because of you and Guru and Gauranga. Hare Bol.
Thank you, everyone. Hari Bol.
Hare
Hari Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, everyone. Hari
Mancha.
Bol.
Pancha Kalpatarubhyas.
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो नमः।
नमो नमः।
अनंतकोटि
कोटि
वैष्णववृंद की
वैष्णववृंद
जय।
की
श्रील
जय।
प्रभुपाद की
महाराज
जय।
की जय।
Krishna consciousness.
Hare
जय श्री
Krishna.
कृष्ण।
Hare
Have a
Krishna.
Krishna conscious night.